It's the most wonderful time of the year with the kids jingle bells.
Hello everyone, this is Chris, aka Salty Spice from the Pumpkin Spice Girls, and today we'll be looking at my first deck for the 12 Duels of December. Today we will be looking at Skull Servants. So me and Skull Servants have gone back a long ways. I've been playing them for about 8 years now, back when they had really no support, and I just made the deck work at the time. Now, looking at all the new support that we've gotten over the years, it's made the deck kind of viable, believe it or not. So let's go over the deck list real quick, and then we'll go into some replays so I can show you how the deck works exactly. The main focus of the deck is the Skull Servant engine, which starts off of course, Skull Servant, White Princess, the Lady in White, White Mare, White Prince, and of course, King of the Skull Servants. So the main concept of the deck is that you go and you get White Prince onto the field or into the graveyard. Either way, you can go and figure it out. And he will go and send one Skull Servant and one Lady in White into the graveyard. By banishing 2 Skull Servants in itself, it allows you to go and special summon one King of the Skull Servant with relative ease. And he gains 1000 attack for every Skull Servant engraved. Which, the cool thing is, with all of these cards, they are all treated as Skull Servant while in the graveyard. To go and help get White Prince into the graveyard more easily, you have White Princess, who can send one when she's summoned, normal or special. We have Unizombie, who goes and allows me to discard one or send one from deck to grave, which is also very handy. We have the Shiranui Solitaire to get the Unizombie out easier. We have Mizuki, which allows me to special summon a zombie from grave. This can be used for the White Princess to get a White Prince in the grave, or just bring back a White Prince and get him back in the graveyard nonetheless. The other cards that we have are pretty much just additional spices to go and help the deck work better. We have 3 Ash Blossom, we have 3 Ghost Ogre, we got a Foolish Burial to help get that White Prince in grave, we got some Burial of the Different Dimensions. Like I said, the main concept of White Prince is that he banishes himself and 2 Skull Servants from grave. This allows you to get those Skull Servants back in the grave with relative ease. We have Zombie Power Struggle, which is an interesting card that came out fairly recently, at least to me. Allows you to go and give a zombie type monster 1000 attack or lose 1000 attack. It also can go and shuffle a banished zombie monster into deck, which allows me to go and if one of my Kings Red gets banished, I can go shuffle him back into deck, use White Prince, and get him back out. Then I run 3 Solemn Judgment and a Super Poly. So that is the main deck. Extra deck stuff is pretty straightforward. We have my Super Poly targets, which is Violent Chimera, Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, Diplexer Chimera, and Mud Dragon. I then have some basic Link monsters in here, nothing really to write home about. The 2 Vampire Suckers, just to go and have the zombie one, and 2 Link Repos to be able to get off, if I need to, a White Prince off of grave real easy. And then a Psy Framelord Omega. So, that's the deck in its pretty much completed shape as of right now, so let's go and check out some replays. Alright, so here we go. So my first duel I'm showing you off is against Dragoonides. Now, Dragoonides are almost as old as the Skull Servant archetype itself. My hand is alright, it's not the greatest, but by getting that White Princess makes it a lot better. Allowing me to get that White Prince in grave, special summon out a King, use that Burial of Different Dimension, return them back to give me a 3k King out of nowhere. Zombie Power Struggle make going up to 4k, and the 1600 from the White Princess makes it very nice. I also went and set down my Solemn Judgment just to have for the safe side in case he were to do something. Bring out a second King, use Unizombie to be able to send a White Prince to grave, get back out another 3k King, which is not bad. And ultimately, I went for game real quick with that one. Our second game is against Cyber Dragons, which is an interesting deck to go and face off against with this. The same standard play as before, go and get myself set up. Instead of using a Burial of Different Dimension, I used White Mare. This allowed me to go and have my field set up. He went to try to use Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. I was able to stop it. And he goes and starts doing his basic play, able to go and get himself all set up for a turn. I did not know he had a Nibiru in hand, but luckily this deck is very limited on its summon requirements. It just needs to do 2, maybe 3 summons at max in a single turn. So I went and got everything set up. I was able to get my king out for 9k and swing for a all-in-one major attack. Now let's go on to the final replay. Okay, so on to our final replay. This time we're facing Gene Raiders. I've not really seen much of these guys. I've been told to run Hela in my deck, but I have not really seen the usefulness for her as of right now. But nonetheless, we go and start off with our basic play of using Muta Zombie to get set up. So he goes, brings out his 2 dudes, he calls by the grave the White Prince, which kind of hurts, but it's not too bad. He plays a summon limit, which causes me a little bit of grief, but nothing really to go and bother me too much. He goes, he swings at me, luckily White Princess has the effect, I can discard it to go and stop any real major damage by lowering their attack by 300 times their level. So he goes for the basic play. He brings out the Hela, which is a very interesting setup. Don't understand why exactly he went for that. Nonetheless, he went to go and try to bring out multiple level 9s. I soloed it to stop it. Go into the Super Poly for a Starving Venom Fusion Dragon and have that set up. He brings out Hela, which is a cool move, I will not lie. That goes and sets him up really well. By using Starving Venom's effect, I'm able to go and send a zombie type to grave by using Hela's effect. This allows me to get my field set up, get a little bit more gas in there. He goes, he gets set up, he switches out, and I sit here waiting for him to finish filling up his field. I do not know why he went for the fire type Gene Raider either. Nonetheless, I have a 6k king, he's up to 9k, I hit him for 13, and then I hit him for the remaining 75. And that's Skull Serpents, a deck that I really love, that I really don't have anything bad to talk about, other than that I wish that they had a Link monster for the archetype, but I don't see that happening really soon. If it does, though, I will definitely bring it for competitive play. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed my first deck into the 12 Duels of December. You'll be seeing some more of my favorite decks during the season and the coming weeks. So, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a happy holidays.